Given everything we've learned through the Twitter file drops that Elon has been doing, we know that there is a vast push to block out information and censor information, especially things related to COVID. Well, chances are you probably didn't hear about this and missed it. The fact that on Tuesday, Governor Ron DeSantis hosted the Scientific Roundtable in Florida. And while that may not be remarkable, what came out of it is, in summary, Florida is about to do 4 incredibly significant things. Number 1, convene a statewide criminal grand jury to investigate crimes and fraud committed against Floridians related to the COVID-19 vaccines. I'm not making that up, folks. That's what is the number 1 goal. Number 2, establish a public health integrity committee overseen by its Harvard-trained Surgeon General, which will assess all federal public health recommendations and guidance to ensure that Florida's public health policies are good for Florida. In other words, they're not going to slavishly follow the CDC anymore. Number 3, work with medical examiners to study autopsy results of all Floridians who died suddenly after receiving the COVID-19 vaccine. The state will also work with the University of Florida to compare its research to studies from other countries. And number 4, introduce a new bill over the next few weeks designed to protect physicians' independent judgment, their First Amendment rights in the U.S., and their independent right to dissent from orthodox narratives. Wow, that's a mouthful. That is a ton of things. And for those of us that have been waiting for some form of accountability, some form of transparency or truth, this is finally a glimmer of hope and light. Now, will this go smoothly and easily? No, he's going to encounter a lot of resistance. But the bottom line is the Florida government, Ron DeSantis, has just announced a public war campaign on getting to the bottom of truth and what happened. Now, if that weren't enough, out of the round table came possibly the most interesting comment, and that was from a Dr. Freeman, a Louisiana ER doctor who's published a study reanalyzing Pfizer's own clinical trial data. He and other study authors found that, according to Pfizer's own data, 1 in 800 people in the clinical trials experienced a serious adverse event after getting the vaccine. Dr. Freeman contrasted that 1 in 800 figure with the rate of serious adverse events for all other vaccines, which is 1 in a million. In other words, all other vaccines see 1 serious adverse event in a million shots. So, folks, it's not even close. Worse, Dr. Freeman pointed out that the 1 in 800 figure is just adverse events reported during the 2-month clinical trial period. In other words, those are just the acute injuries. The 1 in 800 figure doesn't include any serious adverse events that developed after the first 2 months. The real number, well, could be higher, maybe much higher, who knows, would think that it would be good to get to the bottom of it. Dr. Freeman called the 1 in 800 figure disastrous. If true, remember, now this is from Pfizer's own data, the same data the most heavily fined pharmaceutical company in history fought to keep hidden, but the court forced it to turn it over. Remember, they were trying to have it hidden for up to, I think it was 75, 80 years. Dr. Freeman also noted that none of the agencies or pharma companies have ever provided patient-level data, meaning researchers can't tell who is being injured by age, race, pre-existing medical conditions, and so forth. Those are pretty important facts and worthy to know. So, since the US CDC, FDA, and NIH won't do it, looks like Governor DeSantis and Florida is going to. Anyway, for those of us who have been waiting for some form of transparency and truth when it comes to all the madness over the past 3 almost years now, this is welcome news. Anyway, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so. If you're a new subscriber, check out some of my other past videos. And as always, share your comments. They're always welcome, and I'll see you next time.